makes sense now.
It needs more effects.
The ATEC Animation Showcase is sponsored or organized by the ATEC Animation Guild. Two professors, Eric Farrar and Todd Fector, approached our guild in order to run it, basically, because the university usually does it officially, but for some reason this year they decided to not undertake that, and so having it all in one event, people can walk around and see all what all the students are doing.
The game is called Multiverse. It's a 2.5D platformer. The whole point of the game is to control Rick, who is actually being controlled by another being. He's actually asleep during the whole game, and the whole point is to get through and solve the problems of the crumbling multiverses. The game was originally created for the Game Production Lab at the University of Texas in Dallas. The reason why I wanted to create this game was I wanted to create a challenging platformer that harkens back to old classic platformers where it's very memorization based, very reflexism that the player needs to have in order to complete it. The Game Production Lab gives a chance for students to pitch their own game ideas. They're able to pitch to a board of professors and graduate students, and they're given the opportunity, if chosen, to create the game that they pitched during a fall or spring semester.
My name's Timothy Lewis. I'm actually the creative director for a company called Trench Games. The company is actually composed of 11 developers, all of which were students that started out at UTD. Currently, a lot of us are still graduate students, and basically what we're doing is we're developing the game you see behind you, which is Galaxy for Hire. You can kind of consider it Diablo 2-esque character mechanics with tower defense mechanics. And basically you play as a mercenary in a sci-fi universe. You can actually see Trigonus right here. He's one of our first mercenaries. And you get hired by corporations to actually fulfill contracts. And contracts are self-contained missions, and basically the first contract that you see in our alpha demo, which you can see on our site or any other video footage, basically you're being hired to defend against an onslaught of enemies, just waves and waves of enemies coming in. Basically our team has learned a whole lot on Galaxy for Hire, from starting the company to just the dynamics of actually working with a group of people for a long time. The project has actually gone on for close to a year now, actually a little bit over a year. And some of the things that we've definitely learned that I think will help a lot of people is when you're working with other people in a large group, you really need to be respectful of them and actually do your work as if it is everything to you. Put your heart and soul into it, because if you respect the other people in your group, they're going to respect you, and it's going to help you as you move out into the industry. You'll probably hear a lot of professors and read a lot of things online that basically say, spend all your time doing your artwork, and I will have to tell you that that is absolutely true. You need to spend as much free time as you can actually working on your portfolio. And depending on how you actually want to get into the industry, there's two general directions, small companies or large companies. If you really want to work with small companies with group dynamics where maybe you're with friends, generalize and don't just focus on one thing. You're probably going to need to know multiple skill sets. However, if you are going into the AAA gaming industry, specialize on one thing. So if you want to be an environmental asset designer or a character artist, make as much art as you can, as best as you can in that one field. Make amazing characters that are unique, that no one has seen before. Put them in your demo reel. And as soon as you can, just start contacting people around you. In the current area around UT Dallas, there's Gearbox and id. Just actually talk to people on campus, see if they know other people from Gearbox and id. A lot of us do. A lot of times you can interconnect with them on Facebook, and you can just start showing them your art stuff, and over time you need to network yourself and wedge your way in. Galaxy for Hire's team met in Game Production Lab, and basically Game Production Lab is a graduate class that is run by Monica Evans and Phil Johnson, and actually any undergraduate or graduate student can take it. However, it requires that you turn in a portfolio to the professors to actually be allowed in the class. It is definitely the first step you should be taking if you're serious about getting into game design and you're here at UT Dallas, because it is the first chance you will actually have at working in large groups to actually create a game for your portfolio. A lot of the games that you've seen here at the Animation Showcase and you'll see next year at the ATEC Showcase, all of them have been done in Game Lab, and everyone has learned a tremendous amount in Game Lab.
I want to go into the area of rigging, and looking at the demo reels and all that, and it was very encouraging to see that so much cool stuff is happening, and also I want to go into animation. And the animations were amazing, you know. And it was all fun to watch, and very, very talented people here.
I was amazed by the quality of work here. I wasn't aware that the people here were capable of such feats, and I feel inspired to try harder and work harder.